starting from last week, I see a bunch of Mexican YouTubers. They went to Isla Mujeres, which is like on
which we were actually told
list.
We were told by my aunt to go there.
Yeah, I googled about Isla Mujeres and I was like, oh my god, I want to go there so bad.
Yeah.
But then we didn't even expect to be there because of the situation with COVID. But then apparently it started opening up again.
Yeah, all the tours and everything is open there. The beaches are open there. So we wanted to get a rental car anyway. So we figured we'd spend a couple days and explore Cancun as well.
We don't want to be in Cancun for like a month. So we want to avoid big city and we want to avoid populous city because the spread of coronavirus in those areas tend to be very intense. For example, like if you think about in the US, New York has the most cases.
New York and California.
And California. And then if you look at Brazil, Sao Paulo has the most cases. In Mexico City has the most cases. So that's why even though we moved to the most touristy state, like one of the most touristy state in Mexico, but we decided not to stay in Cancun at all.
We actually looked at it, but we decided against it because we want to stay out of those major areas.
Yeah, there are like over 1 million people live in Cancun. That's what I have heard of.
Yeah, it's the largest amount of cases within this state. We got off the plane, got in a taxi, and came right here.
We go down south to Puerto Morelos, which has about a couple 10,000 population living here in this town, which is way less than Cancun. But we kind of like, as we are already here, we want to see Cancun, just to see Cancun and see
for sure.
how it's like and see if it's worth the hype, because everyone just keeps talking about Cancun. So it's like, okay, let's go stay there for like 4 days, 3 nights, and see how it's like.
Plus they have one of my favorite Mexican foods ever called lagoyos. So I would drive all the way to Cancun from Puerto just to have lagoyos.
Just to have a bunch
That's
of
how good they are.
Yeah.
I don't think he was that fast.
Yeah.
No. We already have a taxi. I have taxi.
Ah, okay.
I don't need that taxi. I have taxi.
Ah.
It'll be here in 5 minutes.
Oh.
I'm right here. You see me?
Good.
Thank
Hola.
you. Hola.
Hola,
Thank
we are
you.
leaving. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have it?
Yep.
Always.
Always check if you have both passports before you leave any location.
Yeah.
That is like the most important thing.
Hola. Gracias. Oh, this one should be inside with me.
So we're actually just got in the taxi right now. We had used this taxi driver earlier in the week and we had negotiated 300 pesos to get us from here all the way to Cancun because that was the same cost as what we paid Uber. So with that being said, we're on our way to Cancun. We're gonna move in our new apartment and kind of get situated. So what we're doing is actually quite special. Oh my god. So actually, if you are riding in a taxi in Cancun or like in Puerto or anywhere in Quintana Roo right now, the police can actually pull the taxi driver over if you're not wearing a mask.
You are safe from the disease and you are safe from the police.
Yeah.
All right. Here is a money exchange business.
Okay.
You want some coke? Or?
Yeah, if you don't mind grabbing one for me.
No problem.
Thank you. I think you're only on second floor.
Yeah, everything looks brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, you had there were no reviews on Airbnb, but I saw the profile that had a whole bunch of reviews. So we have made it to Cancun.
Our new home for 4 days and 3 nights in Cancun.
Yeah, so we got this place for 4 days and 3 nights. It was around 90 US, but it's super central in Cancun and it's right at the edge of the hotel district.
At first, when it comes to like decide where to stay in Cancun, at first we look at the whole picture. Just kind of like in Puerto Morelos that you have seaside and you have the colonial side. And here as well, they have the hotel zone side, which is like right on the beach, the most expensive area. And then we don't want to stay there.
Yeah.
We want to stay
Because
somewhere.
we don't want to spend $1,000.
Yeah. So we decided to come here to this area. In general, they call it El Centro, which is the local area.
So I actually went to Broke Backpacker's blog. Not a friend of his, just his blog is really good. He breaks down accommodations by like where your first time is, like are you a budget? He does very good at breaking down accommodations posts. And in his, he said like one of the best places to stay is El Centro. So that's basically what we chose. So we kind of risked it with this Airbnb. And I say that because normally we don't go to an Airbnb or rent an Airbnb without seeing that there's like a lot of good reviews on the place. But the only reason we picked this, even though it's brand new and had no reviews, is because the actual host itself had over 780 positive 4 to 5 star reviews. So I was like, oh, okay, well clearly this host has very good reviews and experience with Airbnb, so I guess we can kind of count on it being pretty good. You can tell we're the first guests to be in this place. I don't know how it works, I know.
I have never seen something like this before, to be honest. That's awesome.
It does work. It looks like a fridge, or it looks like a speaker, but it's actually a fridge.
That's so awesome.
It is really cool.
You can still smell the cement. A lot of accommodation here in the Caribbean side of Mexico, they're all built from concrete. Majority of the listing that we see on Airbnb and where we stay in Puerto Morelos as well. So
You're right next to the sea, so it's really safe to have concrete because of hurricanes.
and tropical storm. So once you walk in,
Which is crazy because you have like the lock with the code,
Very
which is
safe.
it's really nice.
that is one good thing that made me feel so safe. And then you walk in, you have kitchen on this side. This is one main thing when Jimmy and I decide to book any accommodation. There is a filter in Airbnb. We always pick kitchen
And entire place.
and entire place. That is one of the way that we can save costs, because there's no way that we're gonna eat out every single meals and be able to save money.
If everything's closed and you're working super late, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm starving, I can't get something to eat.
At least like pick the place that have microwave and fridge that you don't like cooking. But for me, I enjoy cooking once in a while.
All the time. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I just like cooking due to the reason that you can have the healthy meal too. Come with all utensils. We have down here, we have all kind of pot and pan for cooking. Oh my god, this is how you tell that this place is so brand new. And I don't know what is this for.
It's for lime or something.
I don't know, if you guys know, let
I have
us
no
know.
idea. We actually packed all of our groceries from Puerto Morelos in a grocery bag and brought them with us. Because we knew we were only going 20 minutes by taxi, so we knew it's more cost effective to pack all the stuff, and it's not efficient. I don't want to waste it all.
It's not like we have to take a plane.
Yeah, so we got like all of our condiments, our garlic, our ginger,
I love
some
ginger.
cheese,
So
onions,
cheese. So lonely in the fridge.
some cheese.
Jimmy, of course, Jimmy bring cheese.
I love cheese.
I have seen a bunch of people showing interest in coming to Mexico during this time. I feel like, especially when you travel during this period of time, that things are not quite stable yet. When you book the accommodation,
You kind of have to have a
to make
kitchen.
sure, yeah. I highly recommend you book places with the kitchen.
But it also comes with stuff to make your own masks.
Huh?
And then disinfecting wipes because it's a brand new place.
Wait, Jimmy, this is to make a new mask?
Yeah, it's to make masks. So you can have 2 brand new masks in here for yourself. You have like the living room here. It's actually funny because the title of this Airbnb in it was like 30 megabytes a second internet. Yes, it's great. So you have Fire Stick, so you have Google Play, you have Netflix, you have Clario Video, and then you actually have TV, or Roku, I think it's called. Internet, TV, like a little speaker, plug your phone into. It's actually a record player.
Oh my god, this is so classic. Wow.
So it's a futon as well.
Huh? This is the door.
It's just like a giant pantry. But actually, I think this is where like
I don't
it's where the
understand.
washing machine's gonna go.
Seriously, if they have washing machine, I think it will be like awesome. I feel like it's not only for 2 people, maybe 3 people can
Well,
catch.
you could probably have 3, but it's mainly just a studio.
Oh.
The door. So you can shut the air conditioning in here.
Oh guys, it's come with 2 AC too, so you can completely separate. Yeah, they got the USB here, the USB plug, and this one. We're gonna use this one to be the place that we charge all our electronics.
So this section is great. They have a huge slot for hangers, but there's no hangers.
Yeah, it's new.
So, I mean, it's brand new. They literally said we're the first people to rent this, so you gotta give them a break. There you go.
Right here, you walk in, and it's the bathroom area. Yeah, that's it for the bathroom. Nothing much to explain, right?
So this is a little tour of our place. Surprising, I want to show you this. I've never actually seen this. Both of these air conditioners are linked off one remote. I don't know if that's surprising to you.
So Jimmy and I decided we're gonna take out and we're gonna bring food back home. And currently, if you want to eat in any restaurant, first of all, you have this, and then you have to disinfect your shoes. You walk in, you clean off, and then they do the temperature check to make sure that you are not sick. Just wanna test your temperature?
Okay. Gracias.
And they also put a hand sanitizer on your hand for you too. And you can't touch the menu. They bring the menu up to you, and then you just tell them what you want.
Dos chicharrón.
Tinga de res. See, so we are at this place called Las Quecas.
Las Quecas.
It's basically sell quesadillas and sopes. I believe sopes is soup.
I'll get another one too.
What's the takeaway?
Mainly we just came here because it's super close. We're really hungry. We got to get settled in. I got it.
Really? Gracias. Go ahead, please. Number 2 อร่อย Rosé drink.
Oh yeah, it's a rose drink.
Rosé, not rose.
It's good. That one's really good.
Yeah, right?